So in this update, they've actually made a couple of changes that they didn't tell us. So the most obvious change is actually loading into the game. So when you are loading into the game, after the Roblox loading screen, you can see that the screen has changed from Cyber City, I believe it was, to Outpost 32. Now I don't know why they changed it to Outpost 32, given that the event has ended. In fact, it ended as I think this update was released actually. No, actually, it was ended last week, so I have no idea why they decided to do it. I don't know why they didn't do like Pizza Party or something. Maybe because Pizza Party was too dark. You only do have a couple of days until the Operation Ice event does end, and they still haven't made the Battle Pass boost 1.5 times thing active yet, so you do have a limited amount of time to get everything. You also do have a limited amount of time to buy the premium game pass, which I think is like $500 or something. I don't know. $500? No, sorry, 500 Robux. Another thing that they changed is in the update, sorry, in the index log, there used to be an enemy. They actually used to be two enemies. It's just one of the enemies was hidden. There used to be two enemies with a cat icon. The enemy in question was actually the radioactive slime. This was the enemy with a cat icon. However, they've now fixed it where it doesn't show the cat icon anymore. However, the icon, the preview for it doesn't actually work. The other the other enemy was the dummy boss. I don't have the dummy boss logbook yet, but you can see that some enemies are now duplicated in the logbook. So for example, actually the circuits, they were actually duplicated before this update, but they actually both work, their previews. What is now new is that some enemies are now duplicated that weren't duplicated before, are mostly because of what's the new Pizza Party update. So for example, you can see there are two What's the Foxes. The first one, as you can see, it's glitched. Obviously, not 2,500 health, but oh yeah, it's changed to 450,000 health and speed of 1. That's actually its original stats. Not the 450,000 health, but the speed of 1. That's its original health. And there is no preview for it. So that seems like a legacy version. But then here, it's the modern version, 450,000 health, 1.1 speed. Try and load this in again, it takes forever for it to show up as like exclusive enemy and everything. However, if you try and spawn it into sandbox mode, there is no modern, there is no legacy equivalence. It's just one version, and it's the legacy version. So we have no idea why this is the case, and it's not only What's the Fox, it's for other Pizza Party enemies. So the first entry for it is exclusive for the shotgunner. But if you go for the second entry, it breaks. It doesn't show up the index, and it takes a while for the index to actually load the thing. No idea why. Like the only reason why we can assume is only because in this update they've updated the Pizza Party enemies to use a modern version, but then they're listed as legacy in the sandbox mode. So I don't know. I mean, of course, because of the new enemies in Pizza Party, they've added the new enemies into the index. They show up as exclusive enemies, even though, I mean, theoretically it should say Pizza Party, because like for example for Frost Invasion event, they will show the enemy as not exclusive. Actually, I forgot. Yeah, they actually do show as exclusive, never mind. But it should probably say, like, I don't know, appears in Pizza Party or something instead of it being, say, exclusive. Also, the Summoner boss actually, the Necromancer boss appears twice for some reason, but both versions actually do work. Also, why does the Marionette not have its strings? Where are its strings? So yeah, if you didn't get the Pizza Party enemies before this update, you can get them now. You can still get them anyway, but you can also get the new Pizza Party the index logbooks. It's going to take a while, given that the event is, sorry, the game mode is quite hard, but you know, fair enough. Also, I never realized, but hardcore enemies are also considered exclusive enemies. I don't know why. Also, this is background changes. This isn't normally to Pizza Party. So instead of using the challenge map system to alter the Legacy Fallen mode, it's now moved to its to be its own mode. So in the index, it really should show up as, like, say, Balloon Boy appears in Pizza Party instead of saying exclusive enemy, because that's like the Legacy Fallen mode. No, I don't know why. They also nerfed the mutation increase per wave in Pizza Party from 10% to 6%. Right, next, they actually fixed a glitch with not just sandbox mode, but in some modes. So previously, I reported on some of the maps in the game when they have modifiers or enemy modifiers in the bottom left corner. Some of them didn't appear. So I think the example I used was for Abyssal Trench. Would you look at that? It's actually a map that randomly a map that appeared. However, now it appears. So yeah, so they fixed that. So all modifiers, apart from, I don't know about hardcore mode, but all modifiers should correctly appear in the bottom corner now. So another change that it did is if you select, I believe, let's see, Badlands 2, you automatically, oh, well, it's not here. So I believe for Badlands 2, for the map at least, you get the map you get the legacy modifier, although it doesn't actually show here. But it does, trust me, in the real game, it does show. So in both Polluted Wastelands 2 and in Badlands 2, the legacy modifier appears in the bottom corner now. So enemies have their, instead of having like the enemy's beta appearance, which is honestly the default appearance at this point, they have the legacy appearance. So the abnormal has like the diamond-plated torso and the diamond-plated legs appearance. Furthermore, if a modern enemy has a legacy variant, for example the Fallen Soul, it will replace the modern Fallen Soul with the legacy Fallen Soul. However, if the enemy in question, for example the Fallen Giant, if that doesn't have a legacy version, it will not be replaced. So even though there's like a legacy giant boss, it will not be replaced because, like, yeah, it's similarly named, but it's not exactly the same name. Right, some shadow updates now. So in v1.50.0a, they fixed the update log where they listed the Necromancer changes as Mortar changes, which is very cool. In the next shadow update, v1.50.0b, they fixed game modes not working properly. I don't know how that happened, so probably because they were all focused on Pizza Party. In v1.50.1, they fixed Lost Souls not granting its badge upon triumph. Now, no one actually beat the Lost Souls after the Pizza Party rework. The only problem is, from October until now, the Lost Souls badge was broken to the point where if you beat Lost Souls, you didn't actually get the badge. So no one since October has gotten the Slaughter Warden skin. And because the Pizza Party thing is hard, sorry, the Lost Souls thing is very, very hard to do, I doubt anyone's actually managed to be able to get the Slaughter Warden skin. Like, yeah, yesterday there were 4 people. Those were Photon and his crew. I've been informed that there's likely that Photon and the other people there deleted the badges so that they can say, oh yes, we were one of the 4 people to actually beat the Lost Souls. That's probably true. However, as you can see, no one's beating it, and let's be real, I think no one's beating it because they can't get the Molten Monster, nor do they want to actually go through the hassle of beating it. And as you can see, the amount of people triumphing Pizza Party as well and truly fell off a roof. It's 50 people. This is less than hardcore mode, which is 763. 50 people have only beaten Pizza Party. Are you saying Pizza Party's harder than hardcore mode? I mean, I doubt it. It's probably because most people who beat it already have the badge. But it's very interesting that the amount of people beating Pizza Party is so much lower than even Polluted Wastelands or even getting the Quick Draw badge in Badlands 2. Like, it is so far downhill. There was also a bug pertaining to playing other game modes, even though another one was selected. I don't know how that happened. They also fixed matchmaking issues related to desired survival difficulty being ignored. Now, apparently, there is an entire map that's broken, so I think it should be here. Where is it alphabetically? Okay, no, okay. Black Spot Exchange. It's this map that's meant to be broken. So, according to Menton, he's getting a water base plate, and that's it. So, yeah, they broke the map. Yeah, they broke the map. Welcome to the new Black Spot Exchange. It's literally just a water thing that, yeah. Well, welcome to the new map, ladies and gentlemen. This is brilliant.